frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Frenemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck.
Hi guys, and welcome to Elite Luxury. We're with Lena.
How you going?
We're talking luxury goods, and today we've got the It bag, the Hermes Birkin, the Birkins.
How
the
exciting.
Birkins.
Every
Birkins.
woman's dream.
So let's bring it out. Da 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 da. The pink.
So pretty. So
Birkin.
pretty.
What do you think of this? Have a touch and a.
It is gorgeous.
What do you think?
I think it suits me. I think it's gorgeous.
The twillies. Did you like the twillies? Now the thing is, it doesn't suit you because you said you don't like the hardware.
I don't like the silver hardware, but I like a Birkin, so it's gorgeous.
It's palladium. They call that. I think it's a palladium. You have the.
Yes.
I'll open it up for you here. So these are actually quite annoying. See, it opens up. So you see like this.
Yeah.
And I'm just opening this up. Da-da-da-da. So there we go. Da-da-da-da.
So all the different compartments in there.
And you can actually see, I've actually got a third party. This is like a organizer, which I actually...
And that's what they were built for.
That's the organizer, which it kind of this is a really cool organizer because it's got the it's
Expands.
Yeah, it's got like some of the organizers don't have that. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing because it does add to the weight. Like you feel the weight of it. It's not heavy, but then you add more stuff and more stuff and more stuff, and all of a sudden it's really heavy.
Yeah.
So have a sticky big. That's the Birkin by itself. Is that lighter? It is lighter, isn't it?
It is actually substantially lighter.
Substantially?
Yeah, it is.
Substantially lighter.
Have a feel of it again.
I don't know if you know this. This here has actually got... This was a limited edition. And it's got the beautiful... It's like the candy. I think it's the candy limited edition. See the pink with the red inside?
That is so pretty.
This was actually a 2012. That's when they did that colour.
Wow.
But
it's so pretty.
The condition, what do you think of it? I was off camera. I was just showing Lena.
So pretty.
So look at that. No expense spared. Just beautiful feet.
It's gorgeous.
Condition
so
on that. So this leather here, it's calf leather, and this is the Epsom
So
Epsom
pretty.
leathers, which is a patented leather. So it's a pressed. They press that.
It is so pretty.
What do you think of it?
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's a really pretty bag.
Unfortunately, you've got to be with these twillies. I just noticed these have come undone. I've got to re-tie the twillies at the back. I'll get my wife onto that because these twillies, they twist around. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So those are an extra by Hermes. Those twillies are $360 each. Wow,
they're not cheap.
They're silk
But it's
twillies.
Hermes.
They're silk. They are proper silk. They're like a mini
Gorgeous.
scarf. So what do you think? Impressions of the bag?
I love it. Absolutely
Love it.
I love that it was made for what it was made for. It's meant to be a mum bag, but personally, I wouldn't carry this around if I was a mum.
No.
No. That was what it was. It was established the same year
It
I
is.
was born.
It is.
I don't think I'd carry it around as a
Actually,
mum bag.
it's just 80s, early 80s, 81, I think.
1984.
80, oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
named after Jane Birkin.
The famous movie star.
Yeah.
See, so it's got this flap that comes out. Oh, that's just so... And I've just folded the flap at the back there because it's so annoying to...
They're not really. It's a gorgeous bag, and everybody wants a Birkin, but it's not. It's beautiful. It looks pretty. It's just not very versatile, but it's a lovely bag. It's
I will
gorgeous.
show you something that with Hermes, they are famous. Every Hermes, you've got your stamping. So on this one here, it's got the stamping on this
inside.
part. On the newer ones, in the last couple of years, they've moved it inside now. So
On
it's
the
no
actual-
longer on this flap here, okay?
On the actual inside of the
so
bag.
you can see here, what letter is that? I think this is a, what is it?
Does it say ROE?
No, it's have a letter there. I think.
I know it says 20E.
So that'd be the craftsman who did it. I should have an L or some sort of letter on that. Just hang on one moment there. One moment. I'll tell you what it is, because that tells you the year it was made. See? So my eyesight's just not perfect. Well, this isn't. I think this here. So 20E. It's an. What is that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But anyhow, the thing is this. I think it's 2013. It's after the garden party, because that's a P.
Ah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. And the other thing with Hermes is, with their zipper, it's got the famous H on the end of it. You see that zipper there? At the end, the H.
Ah, wow.
It's kind of a
so it tells it apart.
It's supposed to help with fakes, but the fakes do that as well there. What do you think of it?
I love it. It's a Birkin.
Is it worth the money? Like, so this Birkin here in Australian, in US dollars, about 10,000 on the second-hand market, which is quite reasonable for this color here. This is. What do you think?
For the color?
Could that be it? Like you would buy one like that, or?
For the hardware being silver, yes, I would.
They
buy
also
it.
do this in gold as well.
I have seen the gold hardware.
In the pink, they do the pink with the gold. Yeah.
I would probably go the gold hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I love the pink. I think the pink's great. Yeah, I definitely love that. It's a Birkin. It's gorgeous.
Does it feel special? Tell me this. Have you touched a Birkin before?
Yes, I have, and I think I love it. I love it.
What was your first Birkin you touched?
I touched a Birkin. I have an auntie who has a Birkin, so I touched that Birkin.
What colour?
Black, classic black.
Gold hardware? Oh, similar to the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it feel? How did it feel?
That heavy as well.
Heavy as well. Yeah.
But then I think she had a lot of stuff in it. But I think that I don't know why it didn't look as nice as this one. Maybe it's because I was younger and I didn't appreciate it as much.
Yeah.
I'm a bit older.
Do they
now,
feel
so.
special? Like they have an aura to them? Do you believe in spirit? Like a product has.
I think so.
Because I mean, the thing is, these are basically the thing with Vuitton is when they make Vuitton, one person attaches the handle. It's all his job is doing the handle, like it's a production line. With these Birkins, the craftsman starts from scratch to end.
It's one person's craft.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it has a really
special
spirituality to it. You know, like a kind of a soul.
Yeah, because somebody.
Say that?
No, because somebody made it. That's somebody's hard work.
Yes, it's a lot of effort has gone into it.
So it's special.
And what do you think of the pink? I personally, I tell you what I think. I think it's very hard. If you were going to have one Birkin, I think pink would be a hard colour. It's good as a secondary or a third or fourth Birkin, but as I would say, if you're going to get one Birkin, maybe black is always classic. If you don't like black, Hermes is always famous for their gold colour. You know, the Hermes gold. That's a very popular. Or the natural colours.
I'd go a natural.
You know.
I go a natural, but yeah, you're right. The pink would have to be a secondary.
This is kind of it's a fun.
It's a fun bag.
The problem with this bag is it stands out, doesn't it? Like you're sort of the center of attention. If you're not an extrovert. This is a lunch club.
This
is a Lena bag, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a lunch club bag.
Because you're going to have people. Is that a Birkin? Is that one of those? No, honey, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. You know,
this is the bag that you put on the table.
Are these more expensive than your car? You know, that sort of comment.
Yeah.
Why would you? You know, all this judgment comes out, and that's the problem with it, isn't it? It's sort of.
She bought a Birkin. That's why she's so skinny. This is the bag. Do you know? Didn't eat for months.
What do you think? We were discussing it before. It's very look, it's a great statement. Okay, obviously it is. How would you wear that? Would you have these folded on, or would you just wear them loosely like that? You know, the front bits. Would you have twillies? Let's ask you. I'm going to ask you some questions about Birkins. If you had a Birkin, would you have these twillies on?
No.
No twillies.
No twillies.
One twilly? No twillies.
Okay, so I like options.
You can always take them off.
Yeah, so I'm an options girl.
Okay. So generally speaking, probably not.
But they would be an option. So they would.
If you were to pick your ideal colour, you've already said you want gold hardware, and you'd like a natural colour.
Gold hardware, natural colour.
If you were to have one, I suppose what leather would you like there? Would you like an exotic? I love the ostrich. I've got to tell you.
That's my favourite.
I actually prefer the ostrich to crocodile or alligator. I think with the little dots, you know,
That's my favourite.
the little dots.
The ostrich is my favourite.
I will say this. I think with these Birkins, you know how you say yourself you want black, you want gold hardware, all this shopping list. When you see it in front of you, you know it's for you. Does that make sense? Like you can have all these criteria, and then all of a sudden you see one in a colour you don't normally like. In hardware, you say, but it just spoke to me. I think there's an element of that.
Yeah, I think that when you know. But that's what I saw when I saw the ostrich.
Yes.
When I saw the ostrich, I was like, oh no, that's it.
You know, when we went into that dealer, they wouldn't let us touch the Birkin to start with.
Just the ostrich or the actual?
The black one we bought, the one I showed you.
Oh, wow.
Like they were so snooty because I was asking for a discount.
Well, I didn't want to touch it when you showed it to me.
I know, but like they said, sir, you've got to put gloves on. They gave me gloves. Said you've got to. I said okay. And then they got a bit. They said, I said, you know, they just.
Because they didn't think you were.
I worked out. I know. I worked out why they hated me. Can I explain this to you? No, please. Can I please a little sub story here?
Okay. Side note. Okay. Yeah.
So I got a lot of friends who are watch dealers.
Mm-hmm.
What's the number one passion killer for a watch dealer?
Tell me.
Let me check it with my wife. I had a friend who used to sell Harley Davidsons. He said you had to get the contract signed before they brought the wife in. Otherwise, 99.99%.
They weren't coming back.
I don't want you to buy the bike. You had to get it signed before she came in. In the watch business, I'll be honest with you. I went to the secondhand broker, Designer Archives. I love them. They actually hated me. And I couldn't understand. Then I realized the penny dropped. Okay? Mm-hmm. The reason they didn't like me, they didn't hate me, but they treated me with contempt.
Okay.
And the reason is, and they were rightly so, in the watch business, people say, I like that watch. I'll put a deposit down. Let me just bring the wife in. And most of the sales collapse. Because the wife says, you know, we still owe such and such on the back credit card. You know, the bathroom needs to be done. You know, the car's getting old. Every excuse in the sun.
Yeah.
Men is the same with handbags. Look, you face it.
Yeah.
A man's coming in with his wife. What's he going to say? Honey, okay, so this is 14.5. That's the sticker was on this bag here. I got it cheaper, but 14.5. What's he going to say? Honey, I like those bags at Coach. They were very similar, isn't he? Honey, a DFO, Harbour Town, Coach bags. I'll buy you any one you want. They're brand new. What do you want a second-hand one for? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the men, they also don't want the women to buy a 20 grand handbag, do they? And that's why they had. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand why they didn't like me, but then the penny dropped. Of course, because the man, he's a dream stealer. Do you see what I mean? He's going to say, "What do you want that for? Let's go to Vuitton and get one." Because say they've gone to Vuitton before and they saw a good one. Like let's say they saw the steamer for 6-7 grand.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're a man, you don't want your wife to buy one of these for 20. You say, honey, let's go get the steamer. I like it. He doesn't want to spend. You understand or not?
A smart man will go and research. Yeah, he'll be like, no, actually.
But that's why they had contempt for me.
Wow.
Like they said to me, don't touch it, don't do it. They were really. And I suppose they get a lot of tire kickers too.
Mm,
I completely get. Now that they treat me beautifully, okay, but that's what it was. I got to tell you, the Birkin itself there, I don't know if it's just such a special bag. You know what made me get it? I got a friend of mine who's a bit metrosexual, okay? I do a live show on watches. He's got a Korean wife, lovely Korean wife. He's early 30s. And I said to him, his name's Tim. I said, Tim, actually he sponsors on my fridge, see timwright.com. That's yeah, that's a sidetrack. I said, Tim, do you think I should sell a Patek and buy a Birkin for my wife? That's what I said to him. Everyone said, no, were you crazy? He said, you know what? He said, you know why you should buy the Birkin? I said, no, why? Why? He said, when your wife is walking down the street, this is what he said, she will feel like a movie star.
They're empowering.
That's what he said to
Yeah.
me. He said, when she walks down the street, she's going to be like a movie star. And I said to him, I said, yeah, Tim, but I already bought her a garden party and she wasn't that impressed with it. And he said,
It's a garden party.
he said, you know what? You're not going to be a movie star. He said, that's like buying a Tudor when you want a Rolex.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of the cheaper one. You know, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
He said, you want to be a movie star. And he said, when people see her, they're going to say, is she a movie star? That's the power of the Birkin. That's what he said to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like he's really, and I thought, you know what? Because I kind of, I'll be honest with you, I bought my wife the garden party and I thought that was enough. I thought, you know, because that cost me $3,500, $6,000 retail. I thought, why should I spend, when I started looking for Birkins and Kellys, they were 10,000. Why should I spend 15 now, 15 to 20? I said, why should I do that? Does she really want it? I said to her, because she's not really, my wife's not really materialistic. I said, do you really want one of those Birkin bags?
You said a Birkin bag.
No, that's from Gilmore Girls. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. This is Archie. I said to my wife, do you really want one of those Birkin bags? And she said, yeah. That's what she said. I actually sold one of my Pateks, which I got to be completely honest with you, it was a really special one. It was beautiful. It was a black dial, white gold. I felt like $1 million in it. And I sold it. I sold it for $32,500. And I flew down to South Australia because the buyer was in South Australia. And I rang her. I said, honey, I got a weird idea. Now that I've sold the Patek, this is one of the Pateks. It's called a 6006. That's what it's called. Now that I sold the 6006, would you really want a Birkin bag? I said that to her. Would you really want a Birkin? She said, what colour? That's what she said. What colour? I said, well, they've got a black one and a pink one. She goes, oh, pink's no good. This was this pink one. She goes, because she wanted the black. And I said, do you really want one? They're kind of expensive. She said, how expensive? I said, oh, 16,000 expensive. And she said, yes. That's what because normally she says, don't spend it, don't do this, but she said, yes. And that's...
Because it's a Birkin.
So when I sold it, I flew back up, and I said, let's go and have a look. We went into the store, and we didn't even touch the pink one. She said, no, not even looking at it. She wanted the black one. And what I did was, I sold the Patek, and I paid my credit card off. Right? This is a true story. Sold the Patek, paid the credit card off, and got the black Birkin. Then a week later, I said to her, I got addicted to them too. I said, would you like a pink one? Because that's her colour is pink. Like her flamboyant colour is pink. That's the colour.
Loves pink, yeah.
And I said to her, do you think you'd like the pink one as well? I said, I'm only going to buy it if they give me a discount. I said to her, I'm not going to buy it at full price. I want a discount. But do you think you'd want another one? And I got to confess to you too, I didn't actually have the money. That credit card I'd paid off. I actually had to use that to pay for it. I'm not made of money. It's not just unlimited funds.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But then we got this one as well. The thing is, this one is actually in mint. It's like new. I mean,
It's gorgeous.
Nothing wrong with the black one, but this one is super.
And did you say this was older?
Yes, because that's a 2015. This is a 2000. I think it's 2011. It's an O. So this is an O. That's the P. O-P. That's right. And the other one's a T. That's a T. The black one's a T. The garden party's a P, and this is an O.
Oh wow.
Okay. This is older than the garden party, but the condition is.
It's gorgeous. It's beautiful.
I mean, just you smell it.
It's gorgeous.
Do you just smell it? You think
it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And the fact that one person made it from start to finish.
It has
beautiful.
soul. Do you think it's got a soul to it? Like, is it a living thing? Or
I think so, and I'm spiritual, so I believe, like, definitely if one person put their heart and soul in it, like,
yeah,
you know, and if you're passionate about what you do,
yes,
they're definitely passionate about what they do. I mean, if you made this from start to finish,
well, let's face
hello.
it. If you're starting at Hermes, they don't just let you start making Birkins today. You have to stay there for. You make belt buckles, okay? You make belt bits for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then if your stitching's good enough, then they'll let you...
Well, I mean, you wouldn't be making a Birkin if you just started yesterday. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's exactly
so,
it.
I mean, there's heart and soul put into this, and it's a beautiful bag. And you wouldn't be spending that much if you didn't love this bag. And you wouldn't be spending that much on your wife if she didn't love this bag.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No, that's right. The thing is, are they a terrible investment? But I mean, seriously, what do you think of that? Like, say,
no, because it's people,
retail. These are about 20 grand now for
Yes.
for a 35. The funny thing is, you know, on the second-hand market, so this is a 35. The smaller ones, the 30s, are actually more valuable now than the 35. That's why this was available, because it's not the in size.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So this is out. Okay. To be completely honest with you, Lena, this was the original size. They also have a big one too.
Yeah.
But this is actually a little bit out of fashion. But it's like white gold, yellow gold, rose gold. Is there any outs? They're always cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
That gold will always come back in.
And they always have a cycle, you know.
They have a cycle. The thing is, I think this Birkin itself there, you know, just feeling it, you know how you have mass-produced Chinese shit, right? It just feels like shit. This feels
like home.
it's got a soul. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
not? Does that make
definitely.
sense? Like, I mean, I know it's a dead cow, but it's like you understand too. They have the best leather they use.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
You know, you can actually send these to the Hermes spa for touch-ups if something happens. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
They actually can fix stuff up for you.
You
And
literally wouldn't spend that much money on something that you couldn't have serviced, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You buy a good piece of jewelry, you can send it to get serviced. You buy a good handbag, you should be able to have it serviced. It is quality. That's what you're paying for. It's gorgeous.
Did you want a Birkin? You didn't. I asked you the questions, what's your grail piece? No mention of Birkin. How do you feel now that you've?
Oh no, I've always wanted a Birkin, but you said $5,000.
No. But before that was, what's your grail piece? No limit.
Oh no. Oh, I thought you meant like owning. What do I own? I don't own a Birkin. My grail piece would definitely be a Birkin.
Definitely a Birkin.
Yeah, I definitely want a Birkin.
What about a Kelly?
I don't like the Kelly.
You know, the funny thing is, I never liked the Birkins.
You like the Kelly?
I wanted my wife to get a Kelly, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Kelly. I don't really like
But
the look.
you
I
know,
don't
the
know
thing
why.
is, now that we've got two Birkins,
She wants a Kelly?
I told her, I said, we're getting a Kelly.
Because you like the Kelly.
No, she likes it now too. Because what the thing about the Kelly is, and I said this to her all along, they did have a Birkin with a strap, but that was only for a very short period of time. The Cali comes with a shoulder strap because it's heavy.
Yeah.
So you've either got to carry it or in the crutch of your arm.
Yeah.
With a Cali, it's got the strap.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. So the Birkin doesn't come with the strap. The
No.
Kelly does, and that's basically what the steamer has tried to do. Make everything similar. Do you know what I mean?
I see the best of both worlds.
Yeah. So the Birkin doesn't have the shoulder strap. The Kelly comes with the shoulder strap.
The Cali is also a bit of a bitch to open because it's got this. You got to open the flap fully.
That's what I don't like about it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to get access to it.
That's what I don't like
To
about
be
it. It's
to
not.
totally honest with you, the garden party is so useful. You know, it just pops open. And you've got side rivets as well. You can pop it more if you really.
That's what I mean by I was saying to you, like, this is built for a mum bag. It's not versatile for a mum bag. The garden party's perfect. You just open it up,
put your
shove
stuff in,
everything in.
and off you go.
Even though this comes with, you know, all the different compartments and stuff, and you can lift it in and out, put your nappies, put everything in there. I wouldn't use this as a mum bag. Garden party, shove everything in there, wipe it down, whatever you need to do. That I would use as a mum bag.
Yes.
This, absolutely not. It's not. It's not something. It's heavy. I mean, I can't chuck that over my shoulder if my baby's crying and I need to pull the baby out of her.
And you wouldn't put this on the ground either, would you? Scratch that base.
No way. Garden party, I would chuck that on the grass.
You would?
And I mean, if
on
I
the
had
bitumen?
no, but like
On the concrete?
compared to this,
Yeah.
because it's a mum bag. That's what they were built for. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? Originally, they were built for mum bags.
Yes.
Do you know?
Yeah,
Like,
Jane
so-
Birkin invented it on the plane.
Yeah.
She sat next to the CEO
Yeah.
of Hermes,
So
and she
That's what
designed
they
it.
were built for,
But
mum bags.
you know what I love
So-
about Jane Birkin? She actually uses her Birkin. You know,
Yeah.
she's actually, what she does is she uses it, and then they give her
She's got, I think,
5. She has.
She's
She's
got
gone.
5.
No, she's gone through 5 because when they're
yeah,
finished,
she's gone through 5.
when
Yeah.
she's finished with them, they're kind of like. I don't know if you've seen photos, but it's full to capacity. I mean, I can't even, you know, just sparingly once a month.
I'm pretty sure
you
they
know?
hand them to her when she's, you know, gone through them. They're just like, here you go, here's
And
another
at one
one.
stage, she wanted her name taken off it. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because she was unhappy how the crocodiles were being treated.
Oh.
And then they,
Well,
then
she
they
was a
made sure.
humanitarian, wasn't
Yeah,
she?
no, she's a cool, very cool
Yeah,
person. But
yeah.
isn't that be so cool to have an Hermes bag named after
I
you?
know, I know.
I mean, how much cooler does it get
I
than that? You know,
know.
just
Just because you were sitting there complaining that you couldn't fit shit in
she
your bag with
She
your,
did design it.
with your because you were a mum and you couldn't fit everything in your bag. So
Exactly.
you know, the CEO listened. CEOs need to listen. Yeah.
They do. It's
Yeah, but it's really not it's not built for a mum. I mean, they did design it for a mum bag. I don't think it is a mum bag. This is not a nappy bag. If you use it for a nappy bag, good on you. But I don't think it opens up.
see, by the time you can afford to have one of these, your kids are about 30, aren't they?
You would
You know what I
probably
mean?
homeschool your kids if you
You know,
they would
it's,
yeah.
it's
I'm
a
pretty sure
lovely
that's like
thing.
one term of private school tuition.
It probably is, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you just
Because grammar is about 30 grand a year now, not boarding. That's just for day. Probably about 50 grand for boarding.
I'm not sure.
So,
I went to boarding school. I'm not
Yeah.
sure how much they paid in.
no, that's what it is.
in
Very
Ascot.
expensive.
Yeah.
That's expensive. They're all about the same. They're not. So anyhow, guys, that's our Birkin thing with Lena. You like the pink.
I'm a pink girl, so
And you're a bit of an extrovert as well, so you
Yeah.
could pull it off.
so I love.
Would you
love
take it to
loud
work?
colours.
Look, Lena, we've got so many more videos. We'll save that for another day, guys. Chat to you later. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you soon.
Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me.
I'm about to go Goku. Leave on my head is red like old news. Yeah, trying to get the green like it's Whole Foods. Couldn't take my style. get hectic. Ooh, I survive through the wreckage. You should go look for the exit. New sheriff in town, I get a little reckless. Missed the memo, go check the message. I ain't then came back for seconds. I